Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports. I'm Robert Christensen, and tonight we are broadcasting from the Hopkins Center on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's, and we are bringing you Section 6 AAA quarterfinal girls volleyball. Tonight, the number 2 seed Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights are taking on the Hopkins Royals. The Royals are the number 7 seed, and to get here, they had to beat Minneapolis-Washburn, which they did the other night, by a final of 3-0. Benilde-St. Margaret's, by virtue of their second seed, got a first round bye, so this is their first match in the section tournament. So we're about to begin here. Benilde is in the dark red jerseys on the left of your screen. Hopkins Royals in the white to the right of your screen. We're about to begin. Glad you're with us. Enjoy the ride of this first match for Benilde-St. Margaret's in the section finals. And the first spike attempt by number 9, that's Alexis Brixius for the Red Knights. Sails a little long, so first point goes to the visiting Royals, and serving for the Royals is number 2, Maddie Meyer, junior. She gets that one in. There's the set by Lung, and Brixius now took a little bit off that shot after going long. Wise decision. Now a chance for Benilde, long, back to Brixius, her third attempt, and that scores the point. Nice job there by Alexis Brixius, not going for too much, keeping that ball in play, making Hopkins Royals play it. They even the score here at 1, and first to serve for Benilde is number 30, Sophie Dobos, a junior. She gets her first serve in. Here comes the big spike, saved by Luong. Brixius, one last chance, diving. Dobos, what an effort, but to no avail as Hopkins gets their second point. So a lot of energy in the building here tonight between both these teams. A lot of spirited competition, high intensity right away here. Hopkins has come to play despite their number 7 seed. You can feel it. And that first attempt by number 12, Stella Swenson, just a 7th grader, into the net. So talk about inexperience. Hopkins has 2 7th graders on their varsity team. And I think they're related, Stella Swenson and Olivia Swenson. I'm just noticing that. As number 5, Haley Hewitson serves for Benilde, trying to even this match up, and big spike by Hopkins, number 9. Anna Erickson, my goodness, bringing the heat. And she will now go back to serve with a 3-2 lead here early in the best of 5 quarterfinal section 6 AAA girls volleyball. There's Long to number 3 with a big spike. 3, Maisie Jackson, and they get the point. So the senior captain, Maisie Jackson, looking good with her first spike attempt. Gets the kill, and now a substitution for the Red Knights coming into the match is number 20. Don't have a name for her, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Hopkins now takes a 4-3 lead, so we'll try to get the name for number 20. She's not in the program or on our research off the internet prior to the preparation for the match, so sorry, we'll try to get that name to you as soon as possible. Now serving for Hopkins, number 6, Nia Kim Tut. Ball still in play, chance for Hopkins, number 13, Olivia Swenson. The other 7th grader finds the hardwood on this big-time kill shot. Look at the angle she took, beating Jackson and a diving Haley Hewitson. Hopkins now opens up a 2-point lead here on the favored Red Knights, and that serve, Hewitson probably should have let that one go. Hopkins up 6-3. And to serve it again for the for the Hopkins Royals is Nia Kim Tut, T-U-T. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And there, the kill shot by Erin Beacon, the senior. rights the ship for Benilde, and they get their 4th point. Here's that nice set from behind by Long. Boy, I can't emphasize enough how critical and how beautiful of a set that was by Sarah Long. Especially behind the back. Perfectly placed for Aaron Beacom. All right, so we have some communication, and now into the match is Alexis Brixius. Back to serve is Maisie Jackson. The jump serve nicely handled there by Maddie Meyer for the Royals, and look at that big kill shot. My goodness. True deer tut, TUT. We have a sister combination here. Number 10, my goodness. What power. These teams did not meet earlier in the year, surprisingly. So this is the first time they get a chance to look at each other. Brixius brings the kill shot, now the set. And we have a violation on the Royals. So point goes to Benilde. They are hanging tough here, just down 2 early in game 1 of a best of 5. And now checking into the match to serve, number 28, Caitlin Fox, the senior outside hitter. Gets her first serve in. Now from the middle row, number 9 for the Royals, Anna Erickson. Look at that form. Bingo. Nothing Maisie Jackson can do with the velocity on that kill shot. Boy, I am surprised Hopkins is a number 7 seed. I wonder if they've had the same team since the beginning of the season. Something's changed because they look dynamite as Maisie Jackson answers. So hang around, folks. This is going to be one heck of a 5-game matchup here. Hopkins has come to play, and so has Benilde when you look at that shot by Maisie Jackson. Great volleyball action here at the Hopkins Center in St. Louis Park. Now the serve by number 10, Sarah Long, the other tri-captain and daughter of Coach Fong Long. Really a critical part of this team. Everything goes through Sarah Long when she's setting. She leads the team in assists, and she now is serving for her 2nd point, trying to tie it up here. Here comes Erickson, same as before. This time she was a little closer to the net. Finds the hardwood. Here is the replay. Look at this. Bang. My goodness. She beats Haley Hewitson again. So Hewitson's going to have to, whoever's on that side is going to have to chintz up a little, especially when they see Erickson over there, because she's going to come right back to it. And Maisie Jack, oh, they call that out. Boy, I thought that dived in. I bet I'm wrong, but let's see what the replay says. Oh, yeah, clearly out. Nice call by the back linesman there, and back to serve, Maddie Meyer. She led off the match, or game 1 here of this match, and here she gets another point. And suddenly Hopkins has opened up a 4-point lead here off the bench. You can see the coach, Fong Long, is doing some coaching on the sideline, trying to get them in the right position. And there's your server, Maddie Meyer, for Hopkins. Trying to add to their lead here in game 1, and it sails long. So unforced error there by Maddie Meyer. Let's see if the Red Knights will make them pay, as Fong Long, the coach, now off the bench once again, taking a very active role in coaching his team here. They're down 3, and back to serve is Sophie Dobos. And that first serve is in. And here comes Anna Erickson, and this time, nice save by Luong. And she saves it again with the set over. Here comes Erickson again, and she finds the hardwood, and this time she beats the Red Knights deep in the corner, or deeper in the corner, but she is having all kinds of success from this right side. Look at that shot. That is big time. And now it's a 4-point lead for the Hopkins Royals. And back to serve, another 7th grader, Stella Swenson. Or excuse me, that is Stella Swenson. And the point goes to Benilde, so they beat the 7th grader. Another substitution. Aaron Beacom back in on the front line. Great first game here of this section AAA quarterfinal matchup. Break, a little discussion over on the sideline there. You can see between Coach Long and the net judge there on the far side. Now the serve by Hewlettson, and that sails long. So unable to take advantage. It's 2 unforced errors in a row, and another substitution now. Both teams substitute freely here based on the skill set of the player, of course. Now into the match for Hopkins. That was 13, Olivia Swenson. Another freshman, not even a freshman, a 7th grader. I don't know what to call 7th graders other than 7th graders. Now Beacon saves it. Or Maisie Jackson did very, and the dive, and Hopkins now opens up a 5-point lead, their greatest margin here in game 1. Wondering if Long is going to decide to take a timeout. Boy, Royals playing very well here for a 7th seed. Benilde has their work cut out for them, and there's the big kill shot there, attempt by Josie King, the sophomore, and the big shot, then the block. Beacom manages the block against number 14, Skya Favor, right here. There's Favor, and the block. Actually, I'm not sure she actually touched it, but her presence altered that shot, forced her to put it in the net. All the credit goes to Beacom on that. What effort at the net. Now the serve. And the dink shot. They're ready for it this time. Hewlettson to Long. And Dobo saves it. Now here comes number 19. My goodness. Benilde gets the head point. What action. Number 13, that's Olivia Swenson. And there is the save, the block, and it out of bounds. And look at Coach Long exhorting that play. All right, the nameless number 20 to serve. Chance here, now Luong the set to Jackson. Off the I-beams, still in play. Meyer saves it for Hopkins. Now Luong, again to Maisie Jackson. What a save by Meyer, my goodness. You are witnessing some unbelievable volleyball action on that play. Watch that hit and watch her save that. Meyer, point, counterpoint. But now Benilde draws within 2 here in game 1. Here comes Swenson. She decides to plop it over. Jackson again, block up front by Favor. Now Favor bumps it over. Long decides to take the hit. Saved by Meyer, saved by Hopkins, unbelievable. Now that Long saves that errant shot, now Jackson goes wide right. Point to Hopkins. Boy, the excitement level in this Hopkins Center Gymnasium is on the way up. You can feel it everywhere. Here comes Hopkins' service again, that's number 6, Nia Kim Tut. And Jackson takes a little off that one, and we got a violation. I think there was a net violation. Sometimes hard to tell there. Hopkins now back up by 4, 16-12. First one to 25 by 2, wins game 1. Here comes Long, back to Jackson, and blocked up front, but out of bounds. Oh, they gave the point to Hopkins. Was there another net violation? Here's Long, back to Jackson. And it went into the net, so I think they never touched it. And now a timeout. I was wondering when that was going to happen, a 1-minute timeout. So that point went to the Royals because they never touched it. Jackson's kill attempt there went into the net, and I think that's what they called. So out of bounds, there's Coach Long trying to rally his troops here. The number 2 seed. Threatened here in game 1 by the number 7 seed Hopkins Royals, being powered by Stella Swenson, a 7th grader, if this program is right, and Olivia Swenson, another 7th grader, leading the way. Anna Erickson with some major kill shots from the left side front row, going cross court, finding the open spaces on at least 4 times, despite the diving Red Knights. So can the Red Knights dig deep here and pull out game 1 at home? Hopkins has the benefit. They played a tournament game just a couple nights ago, so Benilde needs to figure it out, and I think they will. Very talented, experienced team. Key time out there by Luong. Let's see if it pays dividends. As Hopkins serves, that's Nia Kim Tut once again. Now Luong, back to Jackson. Blocked up front. Royals got to get it over, and they will. Erickson, the spike from deep, and she delivers. Boy, Anna Erickson, number 9 is the story. Senior outside hitter, having a great night out there. Unbelievable. Now to serve once again, Nia Kim Tut, senior. Short ball, chance for Benilde, and Luong tries to dink it over that time. Drop shot it, and this time Anna Erickson, she was off balance. And that's what happens when you're not balanced, when you're doing these types of shots. She was on her back foot, heading backwards, and it went right into the net. So now the lead is again 5. And the Royals are just 7 points from game 1. Dive by Meyer. Boy, she's played a stellar first game, and now that goes off Hewletson. Hopkins Royals now up by 6. Substitution coming in for the Royals, number 11, Sidonia Rue, a senior. And she'll now serve, trying to inch towards closing this out in game 1. Luong on the run. Jackson has to save it. Nice save by Jackson. Maybe that's just what the Red Knights needed. Boy, you didn't expect much, but she put so much spin on it. Watch this great shot. From behind, just lets it go, and watch that action on that ball. Anna Erickson could not save it for the Royals. Let's see if this turns it around for the Red Knights. Number 28 to serve is Caitlin Fox, the senior. Benilde needs a server to rail off 6 in a row here. Luong, Hewlett, no, Brixius. Nice save by the Royals. They are answering, and what a great shot. Number 6, Nia Kim Tut. Finds the floor. She saw that out of her peripheral vision, saw the wide open and just sort of dinked it over the net. Drop shot, if you will. No spin on that serve. Here comes number 33, Allie Brooks. Another point for the Royals, 21-14, 7-point lead, and now only 4 from game 1. Luong to Brixius, and she's blocked, and the point at the net. Once again, Nia Kim Tut, senior middle blocker, having her way at the net. The Royals are out there chanting, talking, arms up at the net. They are here to play. And no Kim Tut this time got a little anxious. Boy, she had another wide open court there and got a little anxious, I think. But boy, she's having a great match. Now back to serve. Sarah Luong, the senior captain, trying to settle this down. Needs to come up big serving here. Anna Erickson, this time Hewletson is perfectly placed. Nice job by Hewletson. Answering Erickson. Meyer saves it. Wow, Hopkins, they are difficult to get a point off of. Blocked again. And the Hopkins Royals persevered. And again, number 2, Maddie Meyer. I cannot say enough about her in the back row, just digging deep down. There she is, about to serve. Just putting it all out there. just digging up some impossible spike attempts by Benilde. Now here comes number 7. Estelle Butz now into the match, tries to get the kill shot. Nice job, Helixson. Now to Maisie Jackson. Boy, digging deep, digging that up. Now Helixson to Boyce, and we got a whistle and a point into the net. Looks like Allie Brooks. Wow, this is amazing volleyball going on here. High level of volleyball action. Here comes Luong. Butz, and it's out. Decisively out. And now we've arrived at game point. Number 7 seed about to take game 1 here from the number 2 seed home Red Knights. Now to serve, Sophie Dobos. Needs 9 in a row to take the lead. Here comes Erickson, and blocked at the front, out of bounds, and that's the 25th point for the Hopkins Royals. They take game 1 in this quarterfinal 6 AAA matchup. Come on back for game 2.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are at the Hopkins Center, and if you're just joining us, that score in game 1 is not a mistake. Hopkins, the number 7 seed, has come into this gymnasium at Benilde-St. Margaret's and very forcefully took game 1. They're coming out, they're high-fiving, they're feeling good, and the number 2 seed Red Knights looking for an answer here in game 2. Leading the way for the Hopkins Royals was Anna Erickson, the senior outside hitter, number 9. She has been a beast out there. The Red Knights, seeded number 2, are going to have to find an answer quick here. As starting it off for them is Sophie Dobos, and the dunk shot by Tutt, and point to Benilde. They get off to a much better start here in game 2. There is the replay, and boy, what intimidation there by the front court. Beacon leading the way for the Red Knights, intimidates Tutt. There's Erickson to number 12, Stella Swenson. The ball goes out. Benilde now up 2-0, so a totally different start than game 1. Benilde, that's what they needed to get off to a good start at 2-0. And now to serve for her 3rd attempt in a row is Dobos. And here comes Anna Erickson, and there's an answer by Dobos. Now to Jackson, and they get their 3rd point. Great play there. There's Luong, and she bumps that actually to Maisie Jackson perfectly. That is a much tougher set shot when you're bumping it at your knees from that close a range to put it right at the perfect height for Jackson. And now point number 4. So something has awoken the sleeping giant in the number 2 seeded Red Knights here. They're off to a 4-0 lead. A lot of game to go, but great start. Leading the way is serving is Sophie Dobos. Boy, Meyer, what another diving save. Jackson with the kill shot. And it is 5-0. Boy, have the Red Knights answered in a big way. Look at Maisie Jackson. Beats the back row defender decisively. Sophie Dobos going for point number 6. Here comes Erickson. What a save by Dobos. Jackson. Here comes the 7th grader to Erickson. Blocked at front. Nice job. And it falls to the ground. Wow. What great action. 4-point lead now for the Red Knights, and this is the first service attempt for the Royals. Back to serve is number 2, Maddie Meyer. Jackson once again into the net. A little bit timing off there, whether it was between the set. Jackson didn't quite get there in time. Looks like that ball was a little bit out in front of her. You know, you got 2 moving parts there, makes it very difficult. And that set was a little off. So now a chance for Benilde-St, and it goes long. So Erickson was dead on perfect with her range in game 1, but now her first couple kill shots have not resulted in points, so nice job by the Red Knights. Back to serve, Haley Hewitson. And the 7th grader, what a great shot by the 7th grader. That's all I can refer her to is the 7th grader. I'm so amazed that there's a 7th grader out there. Stella Swenson, look at the maturity of that shot, the creativity to beat the timing of that jump blocked attempt, and now she'll serve. Look at that form, hand up. Nice spike attempt there. Red Knights answer. Number 16, Josie King, the sophomore, gives the Red Knights their 7th point in the nameless number 20. I did lie, I didn't find out who number 20 is yet. I'll try to do that at the next break. But she's in to serve. 4-point lead here, game 2. If you're just joining us, Hopkins did win game 1 decisively. 25-16. Now the Red Knights up 5. I don't think they led for 1 second in game 1, and now they're up 5 here in game 2. So great response after that disappointing game 1. All right, Swenson, the 7th grader, to Anna Erickson, and this time she finds her range. Able to tuck that in that back left corner. Here's the replay. The 7th grader, Olivia Swenson, right to Erickson. Great set, perfect place, and she splits the defense. Great shot. I can't believe, I've said it before, the Royals are the 7th seed. That set attempt by number 7, maybe showing a little inexperience there. A lot of cohesiveness on these Royals team, though. They're playing for each other out there, as are the Red Knights. But I haven't seen the Royals all year, so I'm paying attention to them just a little bit more. I know the Red Knights have it. All right, Swenson to Swenson. So that was Stella Swenson to Olivia Swenson, 12 and 13 respectively, 13 on the outside, unable to handle the set from her sister. I'm assuming they could be cousins, and now a timeout by the Royals. Vicky Swenson takes a timeout, down 6. Let's take a look at the 6 AAA volleyball bracket. And you can see there, we've moved along. So Edina tonight, and all these games are taking place tonight. Edina versus Burnsville, Jefferson, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis Southwest, Armstrong, and then of course this matchup, Benilde-St. Margaret's. You know, the Royals and the Red Knights did not play each other coming into this matchup. However, if the Red Knights get through to the next round, they would play the winner of Southwest Armstrong, and they did play Southwest, and they lost to Southwest in their one meeting earlier this year, so that would make things interesting, but we're getting way ahead of ourselves, of course. Benilde has a lot more work to do to get back in this one, but they're off to a great start in game 2 as we come out of the break now. Back to serve is Maisie Jackson, number 3. The senior trying to keep it going, and her serve, I looked like I don't know if she was trying to take something off that on purpose. That's what it appeared to me. That's what it felt like. But that didn't quite get there, so, or maybe it was just a miss hit. Nevertheless, good timeout by Coach Swenson. If you can get a quick, easy point like that out of the break. That's what you hope for. Start to stem the tide. All right, here comes Olivia Swenson, and we have a violation. Something to do with that set. It might have been a double hit by the 7th grader, number 12, Stella Swenson. 11-5 now, back to serve. Number 28, Caitlin Fox. Middle range serve, here's Tut. Oh my goodness, she went from right to left hand. That was amazing. And the spike attempt, Jackson saves it. 20, now gets it over. Another point for Benilde. Boy, both these teams are matching each other. Long rallies every time. Point, counterpoint. Both teams playing at a very high level here. There's Meyer. She loses her shoe, trying to put it back on. She does get it back on. I don't know. Maybe we can get a replay of the shoe. Remind me of Herschel Walker back in the late 80s. Losing his shoe. Okay. Here's the replay. And yeah, she just pulled back and it stuck to the floor. That's good. You don't want a slippery floor. I'd rather have it. Yep, she's got it back on there. A little equipment issue. Maddie Meyer having a great match tonight for the Royals. Instrumental in their win in game 1. Now the big spike attempt goes long for Brixius. So unforced error gives the service back to the Royals. Yep, just long there. Anna Erickson did not touch that. Came close though. Here's Long and Allie Brooks. Right through the middle there. What a pass by Long as well. Gives the Red Knights, there it is, diving for it, unable to catch up to it. Nice shot by Brooks. All right, back to serve. Sarah Long does not want her end her career tonight at the quarterfinal level here, that's for sure. Long, and the kill attempt by number 16. That was Josie King. Now Brixius with the dink shot, and it works. Great anticipation by Alexis Brixius, and just took enough off of it and beat him. Nice job there. 14-7 Benilde-St. Margaret's trying to even this match up at a game apiece. Largest lead of the night. Long back to serve, and she does carry on her just a little long. Now substitution. Olivia Swenson, number 13, comes out. This is one of the 7th graders. They're not playing like 7th graders. All right, now to serve, number 8, Nicole Kloss. Senior outside hitter, Maisie Jackson beats Kloss. She was unable to get low enough. And Jackson, boy, that's from those back row shots. Those are amazing. Look at that, way off the net. Look at that, just great form. Beats Kloss. All right, 15-8, Red Knights. Back to serve, Dobos. Erickson is gonna go back to her, and gets blocked at the net, but unsuccessfully. Nice try there. Allie Brooks, one of the tri-captains. You knew where this was going. That's her wheelhouse right there for Erickson. Block unsuccessful, so Hopkins draws within 6, and now Maddie Meyer back to serve again. Nice low, flat serve. Here comes Jackson, and point to Hopkins, so there was a violation. I apologize, I wish I knew these hand signals as to what the violations are. I'll have to do a little more studying on that. All right, Meyer to serve. And nice from back in the middle row. Josie King gets the service back. Look at that quick little jump, and boy, that's a tough shot. Got a little break off the net. Now Hewlettson to serve, jump serve, no spin on that knuckleball. Here comes Anna Erickson, and she finds her range. And now the Royals draw within 5. This is a critical juncture in this matchup now. 9 points away from game 2, but only a 5-point lead. This is where the match is either going to get tight or Benilde is going to take it from here on out. And now the other 7th grader, Stella Swenson. Dobos to Jackson, tries to dink it over. Luong with another dink attempt, trying to get him off balance, doesn't work. Royals now draw within 4. Here's the replay. Boy, there's that 7th grader again, Stella Swenson. I apologize for keep referring to her, but it's the only way I can. 7th graders playing high school volleyball is amazing to me, and well. 17-12 now, 5-point lead. So Red Knights still have the advantage. They're just 8 points from the win in game 2. Now the nameless number 20 to serve. Back row, gets her to bite on it. Erickson, Hewlettson saves that. There might be blood on the floor after that dive. Erickson with the dink shot. 20, oh, miscommunication. There, they had it. Wow, what great excitement here at the Hopkins Center. 3 in a row for the Royals as they're trying to scratch their way back into game 2. Anna Erickson, one of the stars tonight for the Royals, to serve. Luong, nice set, off balance, gets it to Jackson, and it works. That is an amazing, amazing set by Sarah Luong. Body was sort of contorted going back away and was somehow able to get that ball right in Maisie Jackson's wheelhouse. Now Benilde back up to a 5-point lead, 7 from the game. Oh, that is an attempt at, that was my question. So Jackson, that was a strategy serve, and it almost worked. Very creative. But the block attempt, boy, that was wide open for that front line for Benilde, but now the difference is 4, 18-14. Service ball in, Luong to Jackson in the back row, and she finds Pater. Erickson for the Royals got her hand on it. Boy, both teams leaving it all on the floor tonight. Look at Jackson, just big time. Lead back at 5, now coming in. Number 28, Caitlin Fox to serve. Looking to close this out, 6 points from game 2. Tut! Look at the joy. How much fun is that? If you haven't played volleyball, and I've played a little bit of the front row, it is fun if you can do that. Greatest feeling in the world. Number 6, Tut. It's great therapy. A lot of frustration comes out in those shots. All right, Jackson to Luong. Back to Jackson, the give and go. Erickson to save it for the Royals. Now the 7th grader, number 13, Olivia Swenson. Erickson saves it in the back row. Back to Olivia Swenson with the dink shot. 20's there. Jackson! Answered by number 11, Rue. Now Hewlettson. Brixius. Erickson, number 20. Luong. Jackson. Erickson. Fake to Tut, back to the 7th grader, saved by Hewlettson. Off the ceiling and saved by Brooks. Amazing play here. Luong finds Peter. Oh my goodness. Look at the joy on that. Boy, they worked hard. And that brings some of the fans off their seats here. That is just an amazing point of high school volleyball. And the crowd is showing their appreciation. Loudest cheers of the night after that game. 5 points from game 2. And a violation gives Benilde a free one. Unforced error by the Royals and a timeout by Coach Vicky Swenson. She's not giving up yet here in game 2. She's going to talk it over. Student section on their feet here, exhorting on their Red Knight volleyball team, number 2 seed here. If you're just joining us, Hopkins won 25-16. Came in with a flourish, but Benilde has answered right back. They got off to an early lead, 5-0, and they basically held that lead and expanded it as the game 2 has progressed. But that last point, that one is for the ages. I'd love to go back and count how many times that ball went back and forth, but that was the longest rally of the night and that I've ever seen. Great volleyball. Okay, out of the break, here comes the Red Knights, trying to keep it going. Here's Hewlettson. Boy, she's come up big here in game 2, saving some of those awesome kill shots by Anna Erickson and Nyakim Tut. Hope I'm not, N-Y-A-K-I-M, Nyakim Tut. All right, Sarah Luong, senior tri-captain, 4 points from game 2. Very emotional here. There's the serve, back row to Meyer. Here comes the 7th grader Swenson, and missed time there by Benilde. So again, out of the timeout, Royals get the first point. Now substitution into serve. So another excellent job by Vicky Swenson, the head coach of the Hopkins Royals, trying to stem the momentum here, trying to stave off a victory in game 2, and now they get their 2nd consecutive point, so they're not going away. They're now just 4 points back. There's Coach Luong, obviously concerned. They do not want to go down 2-0 here. Give Hopkins that kind of momentum. There's Maisie Jackson from the back row, saved by Hopkins, and Anna Erickson, she delivers. Just classic. Boy, that left front corner is just her wheelhouse. Look at that. So much pace on that ball. The angle, almost impossible to stop in the back row. Still, Benilde, 4 points from the victory and an unforced error, and that could not have come at a better time. Sigh of relief for the Red Knights, and now they can smell game 2 here, just 3 points away with a 5-point lead. Number 30, Sophie Dobos gets it in to Anna Erickson. That ball led her a little bit, and there's a violation on the Red Knights. I think it was on number 16 if I saw the signal by the referee, but okay, here's where we're at. 3-point lead now for the Red Knights as Meyer serves. Luong to Jackson, and she gets the point. Boy, Luong, she was going for Maisie Jackson. Look at how far away she is. She goes, yeah, I think I'm gonna go all the way over to you, Maisie. Take it home. Big time hit there. Now Hewlettson, big serve. Cannot afford any mental errors here. Nice job by Hewlettson. Oh, but they called a point. Another violation. Wish I could tell you what it was. So now we are tight here in game 2. Benilde just 2 points from victory, but only a 3-point lead. Gotta win by 2. Back to serve, Stella Swenson for the Royals. The 7th grader gets it over. What great serve. Very flat. And Jackson! Nice save there by Kloss. Erickson to Benilde. Luong back to Jackson. Why not? Wow, what a save there by Kloss. And Erickson. Jackson on her knees. Now back to Jackson. Blocked it out of bounds. Wow. Look at that. Maisie Jackson had just gotten off her knees for diving to save it. She got right back up. Luong found her. She delivered, and now we are at game point here in game 2. Benilde trying to even it up on the nameless number 20. Tut dinks it, Luong dinks over, diving, nice placement there by Skaya Favor. She saw it wide open. All right, there's Luong. Hewlettson goes over, and then Skaya, just look at, she saw the opening and just placed it there. Great decision making. Second game point. Jackson! Off the ceiling. And misplayed there in the back row. Caught her off guard there. And the Royals now have cut the lead to 2. They have fought off 3 game points here in game 2. Now a timeout by Fong Long, the head coach for the Red Knights, and probably not a bad idea. In fact, it's a great idea just to settle things down. They're just 1 point away, and they don't have to win it on their service either, so the advantage is still with the Red Knights. They can afford to give up another point because you got to win by 2. But they would really need to win one of the next 2 here to get out of here without going into overtime, because they'll keep playing until someone wins by 2 here in game 2. Hopkins, the number 7 seed, has made a statement here at the Hopkins Center in St. Louis Park. Benilde-St. Margaret's back to serve now as we come out of the timeout taken by the Red Knights. Still game point, 4th game point. Anna Erickson to serve. Gets it in, Hewlettson. Luong, Jackson off kilter there, so not a great attempt, and Skaya Favor finds Pater for the 2nd time in a row. Oh my goodness. 4 game points fought off by the Royals, and look at Favor, the angle. They talk about launch angles in home runs in baseball. Look at that launch downward angle. Now Anna Erickson trying to tie it up. Hewlettson, Luong, Meyer, Swenson. Now Luong to Jackson! Point to the Royals. It was out of bounds. She hit the out of bounds there. So Jackson barely got up there, a little off balance. So now we're tied at 24. Got to win by 2. Erickson trying to take their first lead all game. Jackson says no. Look at this. Big players come up with big-time plays and big-time moments, and that was a big-time play there by the senior captain, Maisie Jackson, and now she gets to serve it out. 6th game point for the Red Knights. Will they break through? Erickson to Tut, and she answers. Tied at 25, game 2. Substitutions for the Royals. My goodness. The Royals here are putting up a massive fight on the road. Jackson. And from the back row, she might be getting a little tired. She's been asked to do a lot of kill shots, and Long takes a timeout. And now the Royals have game points suddenly as they fought off 6. Long's team about to go down 2-0 unless they can fight off some game points by the Royals. The Royals have just attained the first lead of the game at 26-25. They were in a hole right off the bat at 5-0. Red Knights had, I think, as much as a 7 or 8-point, 9-point lead closing in on the game, and then the Royals took a timeout and have come storming back. Since that timeout, the Red Knights have taken 2 timeouts. This is the 2nd of 2. Not sure what words he would have to say other than calm them down, tell them to follow their training, just play good, solid volleyball. Stick to the script, as they say. All right, Royals late coming out of the timeout. And now they have their first game point of game 2. Here they come. Back to serve, that is Claire Herring, number 5. And this nice kill attempt by Beacon. Ties it up. Beacon will take a seat in his nameless number 20. Now the big shot by Beacon beats number 12, Stella Swenson, the 7th grader. Senior versus freshman. No, 7th grader. 6-year difference. Okay. Anna Erickson, 20 gets it and couldn't quite control it. Put it right up there, served it up for Tut, number 6. And now it's the second game point for the Royals. Substitutions in is Hewlettson to play the back row, and back to serve for the second game point attempt is Sidonia Rue, senior, number 11, trying to take a 2-0 lead here. Jackson to Luong. Jackson finds the corner. Erickson couldn't believe it. The look on her face, just pure stunned. Great job there by Jackson. 2 times now has saved the day for the Red Knights and staved off game point. Boy, just got it in there. 27 apiece. There's the serve. Mayer with another diving save. Erickson from the back row. Hewlettson to Jackson from the back row. Rue to Anna Erickson, and it goes off the Red Knights. Nothing special about her kill attempt there. Just tried to keep it in play. Make Benilde make the play, and they were unable to answer. Now the third game point for the Royals. Benilde had 6 prior to this point, unable to convert. Can they still fave off their third? Erickson, Hewlettson saves it. Jackson blocked at the front, off the mark, and the Royals get the 29th point. And a stunning come from behind rally by the Royals gives them game 2 of this quarterfinal. Pure stun here at the Hopkins Center. Come on back for the comeback in game 3.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Get on top of it before they do. Every 24 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchorit.gov.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16's production of high school volleyball. We are about to bring you game 3 of this 6 AAA quarterfinal volleyball match between the number 2 seed Benilde Red Knights and the Hopkins Royals. And that graphic on your screen that just left is not an accident. The Royals are up 2-0. About to try to sweep the number 2 seed Red Knights. In game 1, the Royals got out to a lead and never let it go. And in game 2, Benilde got out to a sizable lead, and the Red Knights came roaring back. Went to overtime before they won 29-27. And now to start out game 3, up 2-0, is one of the stars for the Royals, Maddie Meyer. And Benilde's gonna have to dig deep here to come back and win 3 straight to advance to the semifinals. And there's the big block by the Royals. favor, and the 7th grader Stella Swenson gets the Royals. There's Stella Swenson right there, talking big, having fun. Look at that block there by these two. I can't believe they have an 11-15 record coming in tonight. It's got to be a background story, and Jackson's shot from back row goes long, and the Royals are off to picking up right where they left off, actually, in game 2. That ball tries to catch the line just long. Meyer to serve for her 3rd point in a row to lead game 3. And here comes Anna Erickson. Oh my goodness. Wow, she is locked and loaded. Anna Erickson, look at this angle. Nothing Hewlettson could do. And it's kind of a guessing game, like a soccer goalie. When you're in that corner, you know, which way is she gonna go? You kind of gotta guess. Hewlettson showing her frustration there. Thought she was going long. Okay, now Meyer to try for the 4th point. Maisie Jackson for the back row. Meyer answers. Trouble, just climbs over for the Royals. Long goes deep in the corner and it's in. Wow! Splits the coverage there. Meyer diving. Look at this action. Boy, if you think volleyball's boring, then you should not be watching this match. Look at that. Beautiful camera angle. Great shots here. 3-1 now for the Royals in game 3. Erickson delivers. Wow, that is just scary strong. Jeez Louise. 4-1 now for the Royals. They have come out here blazing. Really from the start. They got off to a bad start in game 2. But ever since the latter stages of game 2, they have just been dynamited. Here, now to serve, Stella Swenson, the 7th grader. And Josie King comes up big for the Royals. 4-2 here. Wow, nice shot. Right at their feet, that's where it's tough to dig those out. Great placement there by Josie King. Hewlettson to serve. Stella Swenson, Anna Erickson tried to bump it over, but it went out of bounds. So now Benilde trying to tie it up here with her 2nd service point in a row is Haley Hewlettson, the junior. Stella Swenson to Anna Erickson, got tipped at the front row off Beacon's on. She shook her hand there. I hope to see if she was injured at all a little bit, maybe. Kind of squeezing it still, that right hand. Might have caught a knuckle. Looks like she's gonna be okay though. 5-3 Royals. And now back to serve, the senior, number 9 is Anna Erickson. She has really led the Royals here. And big shot by Maisie Jackson. The senior doesn't want this to be her last night. Big time kill shot. Just beautiful, the approach, the jump. Now 20, still haven't found out her name, unfortunately. Not a lot of time on the break here. Okay, now Jackson, saved by Erickson. Now Swenson, Olivia Swenson. Jackson, there's Meyer to answer. And Erickson, number 20, to Beacon, blocked at the net by Skya Faber. Point to the Royals. I think there was a net violation. There's Beacon and the block. And the point goes to the Royals. And they are up to 6-4. Early stages of game 3. Beacon, and a point for the Red Knights, and they draw within 1. So the Red Knights just got to take it a step at a time. A a match left here, but game 3 obviously is decisive. Must-win situation for the Red Knights here as Maisie Jackson about to serve the first time here in game 3. Erickson with the bump, and now the spike. 20, nice job controlling that. And the block by Tutt. Hewletson, my, the power out of bounds. Holy Toledo. There's some power volleyball going on here at the Hopkins Center tonight. Both teams bringing it. Now back to serve for the Royals. Number 11, the senior Sidonia Rue. Buttes with the bump there, number 7, now into the match. And here comes Olivia Swenson. I think she mishit it, but it's in her favor. Nevertheless, Benilde couldn't handle it. Can't tell if she took something off that on purpose. And now Rue will serve again. Luong to Beacon, the dunk shot. Saved by the Royals up front, and the violation. Tutt into the net. She knew it. Number 6. See if we can see it there. Yep, right there. Okay. Royals, though, maintaining this 2-point lead as we inch along here in game 3. They've led the whole way here in game 3, and now Erickson from the back row steps up, saved by Jackson. Now to Boytz, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Nice shot there. Estelle Buttes, B-E-U-T-Z, outside hitter, senior, sub in the match, coming up big here in game 3. Brings the Red Knights back to within a point. Now to serve, Emma Beerson, a junior. So Coach Long mixing up his lineup here. Not a bad strategy based on the results of games 1 and 2. And now the Royals answer back and they get that 2-point lead once again. There's, boy, look at that form by Swenson. Stella. Very talented 7th graders on the floor for the Royals. I wonder if they played with them all year long or not. Because, boy, they do not seem to reflect their 11 and 15 record coming into tonight. And now they go up 10-7 here in game 3. Wow, what a surprise here. Coach Leong looking a little stunned himself over there. Quiet student section here. Really a surprise. Maisie Jackson now to Buttes. She gets to the back row, saved by Rue. Tutt has to alter her body, and she does. That is just amazing. Athletic ability by number 6, Nia Kim Tutt. She's got eyes on the side of her head. She saw that opening. She could have just brought the power spike, but saw the opening, and now the serve by number 8, number 8 is Nicole Kloss. Gives a point to Benilde. Now into the match, number 16, Josie King. Brings some energy, the sophomore. Trying to get her team back up here. They're down 3 as we now approach the midway point of game 3. Back to serve, senior tri-captain, Sarah Long. Jump serve in, Meyer. Now Kloss to Erickson, saved by Jackson. Now Long to Buttes. Now back to Erickson, blocked at the front. Now Long, back to Jackson. And that was going long, but got Rue to hit it. Now Erickson has to dink it. Buttes saves it off. Oh, Luong couldn't quite get it. 12-8. Luong off the bench there, trying to get his team to play a little better here. They're just down 4. But the Hopkins Royals have started to slowly open up this lead, and they go long. Rare unforced error by the junior, Maddie Meyer. Having a great night in the back row. Look at the smiles on those girls' faces. Winning is fun, I'll tell you that, especially if you're the underdog. Red Knights really got to dig deep here. Skaya favor finds Pater. You know, I will say this, and I was just looking who's missing on the Red Knights team, and Patience Williams, I just noticed, is in street clothes, and she might have a bandage on her left wrist. I don't know if she's injured. She's with the team, but not suited up to play, and she is a critical part of the Red Knights, and that is what is missing tonight, is Patience Williams. Sure why she's not participating. She seems to be walking around just fine. I thought there might be a wrap on her wrist, and I'm sorry, I'm just noticing that now, but yeah, Patience Williams, junior. All right, Red Knights coming out a very important timeout here. We're in that stage of every game, kind of the midway point at 13 points. Hopkins, they're halfway, a little over halfway to 25. They're coming out, big smiles, they're having fun. The Red Knights gotta dig deep here. They certainly are lacking size right now against the taller. Look at the front line of the Royals. Anna Erickson, Nia Kim Tutt, and Skaya Faber. My goodness. That is formidable. Now Maisie Jackson. Now to Anna Erickson off the front, and that's a point, and it was in. Not only did it hit Benilde's front line, looking over at Patience Williams, and she is definitely emotionally suffering. Not sure why she's not able to play, but boy, they could use her height. Okay, now 14 to 9 for Stella Swenson, the 7th grader, serving Maisie Jackson, and Meyer again saves a point. Erickson diving Hewlettson, and we got a violation on number 33. Allie Brooks, not sure what it was, but that was the call from the net judge on the floor. And there is Stella Swenson, 7th grader, to serve. Largest lead now for the Royals at 6. There's Meyer all night long on that back row, and Tutt. And we got a violation against the Royals, so Benilde catches a break. But they're gonna need more than breaks to get back in this one, as the Royals now are just 10 points from the match with a 5-point lead. Erickson. Boy, the Royals came out tonight, and they are now pouring it on here. Starting to take over. Skaya Faber. Red Knights need a spark. Here comes Swenson to her sister. Blocked at the net by Benilde. And they get the point. Well earned. Now nameless 20 now will check in for Josie King. And she'll come back to serve. So King plays primarily the front row. They substitute her out. She goes back to take a break. Now number 20. Just down 5 though. Erickson surprised by that one. And there we go for the Red Knights. That might be the spark they needed. Number 20 now, trying to draw within 3. Benilde has not led at all in game 3. Hanging in there, and another serve. Very smart play by number 20 for the Red Knights. Exact same serve. Keep doing it until they find out a solution. And that's a tough play for a tall player like Anna Erickson. Let's see if 20 goes right back at her. Yep, she does. And that one, this time Erickson backed up. She was ready for it. Tutt with the spike. 20 saves it. Now Dobos and Beacon unable to convert that third shot, and that one hurts. Because every mistake like that gives a point to the Royals, and they are now 8 from the win in Game 3 and a 3-game sweep. Jackson, Beacon blocked by Tut, as in King Tut. Tut, nice shot there. Her ability to change hands in mid-air is unbelievable. Look at this. There's the set. She's going to spike it with her right and then goes to the left. That is just incredible. Wow. Now they're at 19. Boy, you get the feeling the seniors are huddling up there, trying to find something. But we are witnessing a huge upset here in the quarterfinals. Benilde about to be swept here as Jackson's shot goes off the side. A little bit of lack of concentration here. Understandable, however. This has been a tough night for Benilde. Losing that game 2 after being up by so many points to give it away in overtime. Really tough loss there, but you gotta hand it to the Royals. They've come into this gym and taken over. There's Jackson though, trying to find a spark here late. There's the dink shot by number 10, Chudir Tut. So there's Chudir, she's the junior, Nia Kim Tut, the senior, and there is a timeout by Luong as his team is now 4 points from elimination. Sits down those players. Let's look at the brackets. So there's Benilde at the lower bracket, number 2 seed, down by 8 points with 4 to go here. And there is a hush in the crowd. Southwest Armstrong will play, the winner of that will play Hopkins most likely now. Edina, the number 1 seed, taking on Burnsville. But right now, the Red Knights need a prayer. So it's now or never for the Red Knights. If they're gonna make a move, they've been waiting for the right, most dramatic moment. Well, this is it. Trying to stave off a sweep here in the quarterfinals to upset-minded Hopkins Royals. The number 7 seed. How did that happen? Such a big school. Now Luong, Maisie Jackson. Nice shot there by number 5, Herring. And the point goes to Benilde, so there we go. Just like the little engine, the little red engine that could, they've really got to break it down and just take it point by point. There they go, Luong up top, guiding the show here for the Red Knights. Substituting now in is Estelle Butts. She's played well here in Game 3. She's seen a lot more minutes. Now Jackson trying to do that little lazy serve to the front row. Gets it in. Saved by 20. Luong out of bounds. That was tough. She took a chance there, and it sailed on her. Kind of desperate. Yep, and just couldn't quite see it with the referee's head in the way. But now the Royals, Rue back to serve. 3 points from the sweep. Luong saves it. 20, bumps it over. Chance for the Royals. And Tut. Boy, she disguises her shots. It's like she hangs in midair for that extra second and then decides what she's gonna do. Right hand, left hand, right there. You can see the hesitation. Boy, amazing stuff. Royals, Rue, Luong. Jackson from the back row. Meyer, of course, she's been there all night on Jackson. Now Luong. Hewlettson to Butts. Right there, and a violation by the Red Knights brings us to match point. Rue to serve it out. Hewlett's in. Season on the line for Benilde, and it sails out of bounds. And that's the 25th point, and the Hopkins Royals have come into Hopkins Center and knocked off the number 2 seed Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights in a stunning upset. There's your final score. 25-16, 29-27, 25-14. Boy, the Royals are the number 7 seed, and you wouldn't know it after tonight. Keep an eye on them as they progress through the brackets. So there you have it, big upset tonight. Your quarterfinal final is Hopkins 3-0 sweep over the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. For Paul Broden, our producer here at ParkTV 16 Sports, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.